Okay, DGP 122, back behind the mic. It's Steven and KP recording on a Sunday, January 4th, 2026.
Howdy KP in 2026. It is Sunday morning here, 9:30 on the East Coast. Some of you may be wondering, where have you been? December was dark times. I guess if we're going to shed some light, it was actually some light times. How we doing, KP?
Look, man, we had to get behind the mic when the energy was low. Had to truck through an terrible cold, some virus going around. Everybody's catching it left and right. And then, the holidays came up. Chat knows. If you're an old listener, you know. If you're a new listener, welcome. You get no ads on this pod. You get no sponsors on this pod. You also don't consistently get episodes on this pod because we're not just out here content creating left and right to just feed you the same stuff over and over. Sometimes it's good to give it a breather, man. Give it a little breather. See how the boys do.
It is good to take a breather, kind of reflect, man. There was dark times. Like December was crazy. Like the club was in the mud, but when you reflect on it, all I see is wins on the stat sheet. Win, right? So it is good to be back. Reflect on that. If you're new here, welcome. We're just two dudes out of DC. We love the Arsenal. We've been friends for a long time. We used to just chop it up after games. We said, you know what? Why not get it on the podcast? So we try to bring you like the real fan perspective. We're not here to just back the club, just talk all kinds of like, oh, we're great, we're doing great. I think we might bring you some perspective today. It's just criticism. We're not here to trash any players. We don't do that around here on this pod. We don't trash players, but we do bring criticism, different perspective. It'll be an interesting one today, man.
Common sense footballing pod. That's what the people are saying online. Shout out to everyone on Blue Sky for engaging with the content at 2DC Gooners. We appreciate it. We have a good time. And yeah, dude, we try to chat about the players. We try to give the manager flowers when he deserves it. We try to take some flowers away when he's acting up, when I don't see those subs, when I should be seeing those subs. He'll hear about it. But at the same time, you got to give him credit. Maybe that's the place to start. 7 wins in a row. Come on, Mikky. He's doing something.
The train is rolling right now. Chugga, chugga, chugga. The last time we recorded was on December 14th. It was after Wolves 2-1. We beat Wolves. Not a great day to be an Arsenal fan, even though we got the 3 points. There was a few more performances after that where we're getting wins, but it wasn't a great time to be an Arsenal fan. A few own goals, a couple penalties mixed in there. A win in the Cup quarterfinal on penalties. Again, vibes were not great, but again, big picture, KP. 7 wins in a row. In December, 15 points out of 18 total. 7 wins, 1 loss in December. That's our bad month. Look at us now.
That's it, man. We have seen leagues slip away in December. Early on, it felt like this one could get a little tricky, but the wins, the results were there, right? I mean, after that Wolves game, we talked about how 14 needs a penalty to score. 14 got his penalty and he scored. Still not feeling like he's going to score in open play as I'm watching him. But hey, we got that 1-0 win, had the shutout. I think every other game we've conceded. So the defense is still leaking. But kind of where we left everything before we went off was who is going to step up? We need players to start stepping up. I'm not sure how much the conversations around the manager. I'm looking at some of the players' performances in general. And this team had just needed somebody to step up, especially from the midfield. And I think that's where we're going to kind of take most of the conversation today around who has stepped up, who has stepped down. And then, throughout that, we'll have some performance perspectives and call out some of the games too that kind of made the big difference. So how do you want to start? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I think I'll go first. Why don't we both? So what we did was we each picked 3 players for each category. So 3 players on the up, 3 players on the down. I say we each give an up and then we each give it down, just so we keep the energy correct, right? We check ourselves with a down, check ourselves with an up. We don't enter a dark place. But again, this is more about players like their form, right? It's not like, hey, this player is shit right now. He doesn't deserve to be. It's none of that stuff. It's just based on form. Like, I think some of the criticism we say is valid. We're on the socials. We're around. We see things in the news.
We absolutely do, dude. We absolutely do. And a lot of fan base, a lot of them, I think, to start out, one of the up players, especially for you, is someone that in the summer, certain folks wanted him out of the club. Over the last 2 years, certain folks have felt strongly that he should be coming on against tired legs. You know, he's not good from the start, man. Give him the tired legs. But he has really shown after that pay raise. Is he the only player we have that we've given more money and he's just kept on performing?
I feel like a dog in a cage right now. I'm ready to come. Let me out. Let me talk my shit. Leandro Trossard. If you listen to this podcast, you know Stephen be about this dude. He is top player right now. Who's going to bail out the defense? It's Leandro Trossard right now. His form is just incredible. 31 years old, and he is the best player in our front line right now. And I'll let that sink in for 1 minute. He is the best player in our front line right now. All right? In 2025 total, he has the most Premier League goals for the Arsenal. In 2025 total, he has the most assists for the Arsenal. He had 10 goals, 9 assists, top in both categories in the Premier League, man. Trossard deserves his flowers. There's obviously a discussion of like Martinelli, Trossard, who's going to start? A lot of folks, for some reason, lean Martinelli, I think because he's younger. He's been at the club for a long time, but I mean, the proof is in the pudding, man. Trossard is the guy. He should be starting the big games. Any big games going forward, Trossard is on my sheet.
People are coming to that realization. It's nice. We've been saying it for 3 years now. Leandro Trossard is our left winger. Even after all the new signings this year, he has really shown that he deserves that starting sheet. He deserves to be on the pitch when it matters most because he is just so clinical, man. Forget the goals. The goals are amazing. The passing, the way he gets everyone else involved, it's just an extra touch. And defensively, he does help. He helps out defensively. I don't want to hear it, man. I really don't want to hear it. And honestly, his form right now is to a point where we were watching that game against Bournemouth. It was getting to the 60th minute, and you wanted to see subs in the front line. And your first thought was, I want to see Trossard. Saka was on the bench too, but you were thinking, give me Trossard.
If I need a goal today, where is it going to come from? It is Trossard. Like it's just kind of straight up like that right now. He's the guy. I have Leandro Trossard. I think that's my guy. I always back him. But going to your first player that you like, I think is a player that you have been protecting. You've been protecting this guy for the first half of the season, and he is finally coming around to prove you right. Again, I'm not going to leave you like a dog foaming at the mouth. Go ahead and talk your mess, man.
It has to be said, there's only one captain, and his name is Martin Odegaard. His name is Martin Odegaard. I told you in the summer, if you listened in the summer, during the preseason predictions, we talked about who will be the scapegoat of this season. And right there and then, we told you, managers first, he has all the players. Martin Odegaard is second. He has all the players. He needs to perform. Absolutely. He's been getting scapegoated left and right. I don't know why everyone's coming for the throne like that. I don't know what agendas people have in saying put number 10 at left 8. When every time I watch number 10 at left 8, he looks like a chicken with his head cut off. He does not look like my captain, dude. He does not get on the ball like my captain. And these last 3 games, Martin Odegaard, my goodness, what, a goal? Like 3 assists? I mean, he is absolutely cooking, dude. He's shooting left and right. When he's getting the chances, he's letting it rip. I want to see more of that. But, dude, the respect is there. Every player knows on that team who's the best player. When all is said and done, everybody knows who is the best player. Who's got that body feint? Who got the body feint? Just dropping them. Aston Villa, dropping them on the ground, dude. Playing it through. Split. winning the balls back in the middle, Steven. I really appreciate the way he's been getting the ball back for us. The way he's moving it so quickly to the wingers every time. It's perfect, man. Martin Odegaard is our captain. After him, it's Big Gabby. Don't get it twisted. I know Declan. I know all about Declan. But after Martin Odegaard is Big Gabby. Don't get it twisted. But it is so nice to have the captain back and firing, dude.
He is back. That vintage Odegaard is back. And you could tell at some point in December, he started shooting the ball. Weren't great shots, but he was getting shots off. That's the Odegaard I think I love to see. Because what starts happening when he starts getting shots off, people are going to now having to start come out to defend him. And then he gets them slick balls in, right? Zubamendi, perfect example. I mean, he wasn't taking a shot in that instance, but like someone's having to come pressure him because he got it in his locker, right? I think there's instances where it's like, just leave Odegaard be. He's going to basically knock it sideways, knock it backwards. He's not going to come at us. Odegaard is back, man. His engine is revving. You talk about the press. Yeah, like it just looks different. There's something about him that just seems back. His stamina, his like physicality. He's obviously a slight guy, but he does have physicality himself, right? He is the best presser in the squad. He's back.
I think all the kids online are calling it flow state. Flow state Odegaard is back.
Love it. I love it.
And he is. He's absolutely flowing. He's connecting the dots. He's showing up. I have so much more to say about him, but you know, one of the main reasons we got on the pod before the Wolves game and after the Wolves game, it was Martin Odegaard. Some of the chatter online, I was just having none of it, man. And I hope they start apologizing. Same way they've been apologizing to Trossard. It's nice, dude. Like, back the team. Some of these players are so good. And some of these arguments that we like to have, that everyone online likes to have, it's so debunked by the team. Because after that Aston Villa game, I believe, I saw number 14 and I saw Kai Havertz, both of them, hugging Gabriel Jesus. Both of them. And we keep having these conversations. Who's the best striker? Who should be the one starting? It doesn't matter. When you look at the team, they don't care. They're vibing, dude.
Oof. And that just leads me to our first down, KP. Vibes are high. Team's looking good, obviously. I think things have changed the last two games with Villa and Bournemouth. We're on the up. But one player that has left me wanting more. Oof. And this one, I think, is controversial, I will say, because he is the star boy. He's the main man. Bukayo Saka, I feel like he is out of form. He's on the downs for me right now. Again, this isn't like criticism of the player. I don't think he's terrible. I don't even think he deserves not to start. But example of yesterday, Bournemouth, he didn't get the start, comes off the bench and got an assist. Oof. I'm putting him on the down because who's bailing out the defense? And it is Trossard. But on the other side is the main man. I need output from him. I really, really need output from Saka. And of course, the people listening will be like, oh, but he gets doubled and triple teamed, blah, blah, blah. And I agree. He does he gets double teamed, triple teamed. But there has been games in December where we are left side dominant. We have been moving to the left side, and I think that is because of Trossard. I don't know, man. As the main man, everyone's looking at you. You have to produce. You have to. If we're going to win the league, Saka has to produce. I think that's almost bottom line. And he is not right now. So he's on the down for me.
A little bit. This is the thing about DGP, right? I told you it's a common sense footballing pod. You should subscribe because we don't consistently drop episodes. So you got to make sure that you are notified when they drop. but more importantly, you got to subscribe because this is the only podcast that's going to tell you, yo, Saka, where you at? Saka, where you at? Like him, love him just as much as the next guy and gal. But it doesn't matter. He's not performing right now. All the chatter, like if you want to be world-class chatter, if you want to be the guy, who's the guy? And your head is, Saka's the guy. But he's not playing like the guy. Not in front of goal, he's not. Look, the corners are still great. Some of the chances being created are still great. But a couple of these last games, there have been chances where I'm expecting him to get the ball on target. and the shots are just going into the sky. And that's my problem, right? Like, if I have no issues if you want to be selfish, there's chatter, he's not passing to 14, there's chatters like that, but I don't really have an issue with that. But if you are taking those chances, I'm expecting them to hit the target, young man. And right now, the end product is not there.
That's it for me, is the goal scoring more so than anything. He just can't get the ball in the net right now. We talked about him being like selfish earlier, and we were talking like, I think there's two sides of this selfish debate. We're on the selfish side, like, it's good. We want him to be selfish. We want him to be taking the shots on because he is our best attacking player, right? On merit, he is our best attacking player, but he's not showing that right now. That's just, I think that what it comes down to, I don't care if he's selfish, but if you're not scoring the goals, then that's when it becomes an issue. Then give it to someone else that can score the goals, because there's a couple pullbacks that he's had. Seems like he's right in front of the goal, can't even get the thing on target. That's a detriment to the squad.
Yeah, and look, I mean, I was going into that Bournemouth game and I wanted him to start on the bench. I really did. Because at the same time, like, sometimes when he gets these minutes, one, if he starts from the beginning, like, he's playing until the 80th minute minimum, right? So it makes it really difficult for a Madueke to get in. But when a Madueke starts in his Bournemouth, the way he's just walking past these defenders, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's a little different. It's just a little different. So I don't know, Saka, like, there's opportunities to improve your game a little bit. Maybe they're a little bit harder on you. Maybe they're a little faster to close you down. But I'm watching Madueke and he's just gliding, dude. He's gliding. I want that.
Last thing on Saka, he has 4 goals in the league right now, Premier League. He has 4. I think he should end up with 10. Like, he needs to end up with double digits. Like, for us to win the league, Saka has to end up with at least 10 goals, and
Easy.
it's doable. And it's very doable with the amount of games we have left. He can do that. So again, he's on down form. Not saying he can't come back. He has the ability. We've all seen this dude cook for us. So yeah, I think he comes back. But going to the other side of the field, I think we got another down in the front line.
I got another down in the front line, and this might feel like I'm beating a man who's down, like
a dead horse, if you will.
A dead horse, if you will. Yes, sir. It's what is that? There's like a Simpsons meme, you know, where it's like he's dead already. Like, just stop, dude. This is how I feel about this one. But so let me just say sorry first up front. Gabriel Martinelli, my guy. Gabriel Martinelli, my guy. I guess I'll start this one by saying I don't really care what happens in the January window from an Arsenal perspective. I don't care if we go and buy new players. But if I see a good offer for number 11, I'm not opposed to saying goodbye. I am not opposed to saying goodbye. Clip that.
Ooh. Sheesh. Gabriel Martinelli, it is really weird when you look at his Champions League performances versus his Premier League appearances. 2 different types of games. I want to say, has he scored like 6 straight goals in the Champions League?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and fact check me on that. But I think it's around 6 goals he scored in 6 straight games. In the Premier League, I think he's played 15 games. He scored 1 goal and has 0 assists. I mean, that's night and day, right? I don't know if I can trust him playing these games. We talk about the left wing, man. Trossard's first choice. I'll even go Madueke and Eze above Martinelli. Now, on the flip, you could always say, oh, but, you know, you need the defensive support, blah, blah, blah. We don't like that here on this podcast. We don't think our defenders need to be playing wing backs, okay, in our 4-3-3 when we have Big Gabby and Saliba playing and Declan Rice behind them. We just don't see it that way. We want our attackers to be getting goals, getting output to bail out our defense. Martinelli doesn't have that capability right now.
Yeah, and I think the manager, I mean, we spoke the writing being on the wall, and it seems like somebody read the wall. I don't know, maybe it was AirPods, and then he like translated it to Spanish and passed it along to Mikel. But the writing has been on the wall for a while, and these last 5 league games, right? Everton, Martinelli did not start. Brighton, Martinelli did not start. Aston Villa, he did not start. Bournemouth, he did not start. I think it's starting to click for the manager as well, because it goes to him when he's on the left side and everyone likes to complain that, oh, we're so right side dominant, but then it just gets cycled back. So what the fuck is the point?
I think the only one he did start against Bournemouth yesterday. He did play.
He played. He did not start.
He did not start. All these games, I'm tripping then.
Oh wait, maybe he did start. You're right. Right. Because Trossard came on at the 60th. Yep.
Yeah, and we watched this game together yesterday, and that comment of, why does Martinelli keep recycling this ball? It's going out to Martinelli, and then he gives it back. We go backwards, and then we give it back to Martinelli. I want to say so we put him on the down list. He's out of form, yes. I just don't know what his ability in form is going to be. You know, the couple years ago, he had the double-digit goals. We're flying. It's a very different team now. We don't get forward like we used to. People don't give us the opportunity to just run at them. It's a very different Arsenal team. And he just doesn't seem to fit the mold, man. I feel bad for him. I think we've moved past him. We've seen players, Zinchenko, a la Zinchenko. We've moved past certain players. It just always feels to me like we've moved past Martinelli.
A little bit. It does feel that way. Look, still a good player, still has something to add to the squad. Absolutely believe in that. Champions League games, would like to see him in the second half of the games. Premier League games, would like to see him in the second half of the games. I just don't see him as a starter. And I suppose I can go from him to another player that I feel like is on the down, and that is number 14. Because for me, both of these players, what I'm seeing is they're a little bit better off the bench. Just a little bit better. More impactful off the bench is the feeling I get. When they start, I don't think they're going to score in that first half.
Man, 14's an interesting one, obviously. That's all everybody wants to talk about is 14. Victor Gyökeres. Is he good? Is he not good? Should he be starting? To be honest with you, I don't think we have another option. He is our best option right now at center forward. I really can't trust. I personally can't trust Jesus to be playing up top for us. I like that he comes off the bench. He seems to always give us a good 30 minutes solid. I just don't know if I would like. I can't see this dude break. Use him sparingly right now so he doesn't break. I think it's nice to give Gyökeres a rest. Yesterday versus Bournemouth was his best performance in a long time. But was it an excellent performance, KP? It was not. I'd give him like a 6, maybe a 7. Maybe that's all we need from him. We don't need 8s and 9s. We don't need braces. If he's doing what he did yesterday, he obviously bought us that goal from Declan Rice, attracting 4 defenders. But man, it really seems like people don't like passing him the ball with the fear of him giving it away. So it's an interesting one. I would also put him as a down.
I think why he's on the down right now is the point you just made around the players. The players know. Absolutely, the players know. Think back to when Kiwior used to play for us. There were moments where Big Gabby would have the ball, and he just would not pass it to Kiwior. He didn't give a shit, dude. He's like, I'm not passing it to this dude. And 14, he's had a couple of moments now against Villa, especially. I remember that ball that was played into him down the middle. They should have scored. They should have absolutely scored on that chance, and they didn't. And there was a couple of moments against Bournemouth when, look, I'll be honest with you, Odegaard had the ball. It looked like he locked eyes with 14, and he thought, nah, we're not going to keep it. I'm not going to pass it to you. The players know. And if he has fallen down like that amongst the players themselves, it's a little bit of a worry. I still think he's capable of scoring. Dude, that penalty he scored against Everton, what a penalty, bro.
That was actually a very clutch moment. I think that was bigger than than people gave him credit for. That was a lot of pressure on him because he hasn't scored, and a lot of pressure on the squad because we weren't in good form. He buried that thing. give him the opportunity to take it. I think there's something to be said about that. Obviously, the Kai Havertz coming back. Who's our number one striker? Maybe at the beginning of the season when we first got this guy in the transfer window, there was a thought of he's going to be the guy. He's going to be our striker. I don't think that's the case. I'm happy to have him. I got to say, I'm happy to have somebody playing up top. I think I started with who's our other options? We don't have other options to play up there. I don't really want to see Mikky Marino playing 10 games up top. I don't think he has the facilities for that. Gyökeres is doing okay. I'll give him that. He's doing okay. He's just not doing what we expected him to do for the price tag.
I agree with you. I think when we signed him, a lot of the fan base was just looking for like the guy. This guy is going to get us 30 goals. We don't play like a team that needs a 30-goal player. We just don't. If the midfield is stepping up like the way they have been these past few weeks, if the other forwards are chipping in, we don't need a 30 goals a season guy. It's nice to have it, but we don't. And he's not it. I also think a lot of people were just so quick to say, forget about Kai Havertz. I've never understood the hate for Kai Havertz. I'll be honest with you. It still doesn't make any sense to me. I'm so excited for him to be back. He missed out on the squad against Bournemouth, but I think that's just mind games, whatever's happening there. I'm really expecting him to show out in January and hopefully teach this young buck a couple of things. Because look, 14's got 7 goals, I think, across all competition. No assists.
Yeah.
There's something to that as well.
That is one. 0 assists is interesting. I think that goes to we're not passing him the ball to like even have the opportunity to lay anything off like in the attacking area. I think he has 5 goals in the Premier League. I'm hoping he can get to double digits as well. I think there's enough games left for him to get 5 goals. He'll get enough opportunities. Shout out to 14. Hopefully he can be on the up because I don't think he can go any further down. The fan base had turned on him for a while, but hopefully he's got it together and he's coming on the up. Another summer transfer, though. Hincapié. I think he has changed this team from that Kiwior, who's going to play. Oh, we have Kiwior. Don't want to pass him the ball. Hincapié is a player. Fans love him. The intensity, the slips that he has. Funny. Stepping on Big Gabby's hand. Like, he seems like he has ingrained himself in the squad. I have to give him an up. We went 2 downs in a row. I gotta lift the pod back up. Hincapié. I am really happy that he's an Arsenal man. Left back, I think he really does shine. Calafiori's out. Miles Lewis-Skelly can't get a sniff because this dude is playing really, really well. I want to say shout out to Berta. What a buy. I feel like this one kind of came out of left field. Respect on that. I'm really happy to have Piero Hincapié on this Arsenal squad.
Spicy dude. Told you from the beginning, that's a spicy dude. I like him, dude. I like him. And I bet you he's funny. I get the feeling that I think he's a funny guy in the locker room, dude. I think the vibes are right around him. He absolutely ate shit against Villa. That was hilarious. But defensively, hard as a rock. It looked like that shoulder thing that he had, like he played the full 80 minutes after that, whatever was bothering him after the first landing. So he's one of those players, dude, who's going to just leave it all out there. Does slip a lot. Something's going on with his boots. Somebody needs to check that out. But overall, I'm really happy with him too. And he's really shown at left back. He's a lot better.
He's a lot more comfortable there. I like the way he gets forward. He's got like that engine. Obviously, he's that South American player. He's got some nastiness to him. I like that he gets in people's faces. He's fast. He can whip in a ball. He's just very comfortable, and I think the team trusts him, and I'm all for it. Like having Martinelli out there, having Trossard. It seems like they all work well with him. I got to hit it down, though. I just hit us with an up. I got to hit us with down, and I got to go to the other side of the defense. And if you listen to the pod, you know this is my man. Jurrien Timber on the down. Again, maybe controversial, but hear me out. Defensively, perfect. Stellar. perfect. The conversation of, is he the best right back in the league? I think he still could be in contention, but I need more going forward, KP. I need more. Again, stellar going back. Stellar defensively. But how many crosses has this man put in with no end product? Somebody in training, Heinze, come on, like somebody get with this guy and be like, hit it in these areas. I just feel like he gets a lot of crosses off with no production. And that's my issue with Timber right now. He's too good. The reason why I have him on the down is he's too good to not be producing. He is that good. He is potentially the best right back in the league. Show me, big man.
I know this one hurt a little bit talking about it like that. Listeners know he was your one to watch last season. Incredible player. He has really shown out this season. He's been consistent, like staying fit, staying involved, getting forward. And I guess he's also consistent with his crossing, dude. A lot of them are on the ground. A lot of them get cut out by the first person. What I don't understand about his crossing is that I feel like he's always falling when he's crossing the ball. And I don't know what's going on with that. Is that one of his knee issues? Maybe it's like giving him trouble getting that balance right. Somebody, if you can work on that in training a little bit to see what's going on with Timber, because every time I see him, he crosses the ball on the ground and then he himself is on the ground. So I don't really understand what's going on here.
And I'm not even like here to say he's doing bad. I don't think he's being bad at all. Like, he's giving us the opportunities. The overlaps are there. It's almost like the soccer thing. I think you're so good that you could be doing better for us. So it's just like a down form. Like, you could just be producing so much more. Like, I really believe in the guy. I think he's so good. You're better than this. I just know it. I know you're better than that, man. Come on, Timber.
Sometimes it's just down to the fucking standards, Steven. And that's all this conversation is, man.
Yeah.
That's all
Yes,
this
sir.
conversation is. We know who you are. We know what you're capable of. Just please stop falling when you're crossing the ball, and we can sort that out, because there are goals. There are goals to come from that right-hand side, and we believe in it, man. All right, well, let's go on an up. Let's go on an up. I'm going to stick to the defense here because the man himself, Big Gabby, is back, is showing you why Jamie Carragher wanted to crown him best player in the league after 6 games, because my God, he is just levels above everyone else. Forget the mistake against Bournemouth, okay? Shit happens. But who else is going to make a mistake and have you so confident that he's going to make it right? He's going to make it right.
Oof. Again, we were watching the game together, sitting on the couch. That goal goes in. He gives it away. I'm disgusted to see it. Flashbacks to Aaron Ramsdale. KP says, nah, he's scoring. He's definitely scoring today. It's written. This is what he always does. 5 minutes later, he scores the goal. Villa, his first start in a long time. The team just looks different. The team just looks different. I mean, you talk about the heartbeat of a team. I kind of think it runs through Big Gabby, man. He's been there probably the longest of everybody. He's one of the original Mikel Arteta players brought in. I think give him the flowers, man. He might be the heartbeat of the team. He's probably our most important player. You've seen Odegaard go away. You've seen Saka go away, still get results. We look the shakiest when Big Gabby's not there. I believe that. I believe we're the shakiest when he's not there. So welcome back, Big Gabby.
Yeah, and I hope other people are watching. I mean, I hope you're paying attention, 14. When you lose the ball that easily, the next action from you, I'm expecting it to be a goal. That's the standards, okay? That is the standards. And Big Gabby, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I told you in the summer, the campaign for Big Gabby to wear the captain's armband has started. If you're going to strip Martin Odegaard of anything, you better give it to Big Gabby. That's all I know. And I will die on that hill.
Big believer in Big Gabby. So what do we got left? We got 2 ups, 2 downs. We got 1 each. I say we hit them with 2 downs so we can end on the ups. You good with that?
Yes, sir. I like it.
All right. I'll hit my last down of the day. Mikel Merino. Man is tired. Man is just tired out there. He's not in form. That's all I got to say about Mikel Merino. He's not in form. Shout out to Mikel Arteta from bringing him off the bench yesterday. That's what really suits him. He needed like that performance. When he starts in the midfield, I think you probably have the same view. He seems to like be missing. He's just not like there. He got lucky versus Villa. I can't believe this man stayed on the field. I don't know what he's thinking. Mikel Merino just looks a little tired. I'm glad he came off the bench. He's not in form right now. But as we've seen with M9 himself, he will be back. He will be scoring goals. He just needs a breather.
Mikel Merino is down in terms of performances, but I'll tell you what he's up on, dude. I have tremendously underestimated this player's shithousery.
He been getting into it, huh?
He is about that life, dude. I didn't realize that. I did not realize that. I'd like to apologize to him right now. He loves to leave a little bit on players. I'm not going to lie to you. Remember last season, one of our big issues with him was like, he was falling a lot. Like he still does fall a lot to like get those fouls. But I didn't realize he was about stirring the pot too. So I appreciated it. I like that he's got that in his game. And sometimes when there isn't a Declan Rice, he has played the hard man role. Because like Zubimendi's not about that really. Odegaard's not about that. And if we're getting bullied in the middle, it's nice to have him. Somebody else to say, yo, I'm here too. But overall performances, a little shaky. We've said it from the beginning though. This is a good player to have off the bench. Just like Martinelli. Honestly. Like if you identify that about a player, it's great. From the start, I can't watch him from the start. Because like against Villa especially, I know he's sprinting. He's really sprinting, bro. but he can't keep up with the other midfielders.
That's like my issue with him really became noticeable in that Villa game. It's like he just wasn't the player for that game. When they were cutting through us in the first half, you look at Mikel Merino, he's just kind of like a cone, right? He's like turning. His legs aren't moving. He's just turning and like, oh man, the ball's past me. He's a type of player like if we're going to 10 games and he's starting 8 of them, I don't think that's right. If he has to start 4, maybe 5, and he's coming off the bench, like that's probably what I want to see from him. I can't see him starting repetitively. We're in a moment in time when injuries are happening. Declan Rice isn't playing. Like maybe he has to fill into those spots. But again, I think he just looks tired. He needs to get some rejuvenation in those slow legs, and he'll be back.
He will. My last down player, and this is probably the only player that we're speaking about who's down, who I'm not sure where the playing time is going to come going forward. This player has really let me down over the last couple of weeks. I'm talking about Miles Lewis-Skelly. This kid had an amazing breakout year last season. We've been questioning the manager a little bit at the start of this season. Like, why isn't he getting any time at all? And as of late, when he has got the time, when he has been given the opportunities, he is losing the ball, man. He is losing the ball in the same manner. He is having trouble kind of getting involved. I'm not seeing the same, like, mazy runs through the middle from him. So I think the player's a little down. It's okay. He's super young. It's expected to have these ups and downs. But right now, with the way the left back situation is looking, I'm not sure how much playing time he's going to get going forward.
I am with you on that. We have an FA Cup game coming up, 3rd round. That one, if I was him, I'm circling that. Like, that's my opportunity. Man, he's like basically 3rd choice left back. It's hard to be a left back for the Arsenal. It really is. Calafiori, Hincapié, and then Lewis-Skelly. Sparing moments for him right now. I mean, when he does come in, you're right. He just hasn't looked as like secure, I guess. I don't really. He just doesn't look as fluid as he did last season. You're right. Cutting through the midfield. He seems like he's losing balls a little bit more. Not buying as many fouls. That was kind of his superpower last year. He'd just buy fouls, right? He'd get in between the ball and the player. They'd come through his back. He'd earn us a foul. Doesn't seem to be happening at the right frequency. I mean, the one thing that a lot of people say, and I'll go ahead and ask you, could he be a midfielder? Could you sometimes just throw him into the midfield 3, whether that's left 8? I don't think I'd throw him into the 6. But like left 8, do you think he could do it at times? We just talked about Marino.
Could he do it at times? Probably. Will he in the next 5 years? Absolutely. Is he going to get any time there this season? I don't know, man. Fucking Ebericha Eze can't get into the midfield. So how is this kid going to get into the midfield? You know, sometimes with Arsenal fans, you're going to have these honest conversations, man. There's so many people who are upset Ethan Waneri is not getting any time. It's like, how's he going to get time, bro? Have you seen the squad? This is why I say you have an agenda coming from Martin Odegaard, brother. You got to have an agenda coming from Martin Odegaard. He's not getting in. There's no way, man. There's no way. In the midfield, no way. Because Marino, he's there. Eze can't get into the team. He's there. And
Norgard. You got Norgard.
He can't get into the team? Come on, man. I've seen Norgard play. He looks like a player, bro. He looks like a player at 6. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Solid. I mean, that's spot on. A lot of people ask that question, like, why can't he get into the midfield? Well, shit, Eberechi Eze can't get into the midfield, man. Norgard, a captain at Brentford, can't get into the midfield. And then when he does play, he looks good. So how is Lewis Skelly going to get into the squad this year? Barring injuries, I just don't see it happening.
I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you, because also I got to talk about my final player who's on the up. My final player who has entered the world-class chatter, they're saying. I heard a lot of people saying Steven Gerrard-esque, Lampard-esque. The comparisons are beginning, Steven. The same folks who were telling you, oh, is he really an 8? Is he really a box-to-box midfielder? Are now telling you, does he remind you of Frank Lampard a little bit? Funny little world we're living in, man. Declan fucking Rice. Big up yourself.
I've said it multiple times on the podcast, and if you're new here, I'm going to say it for you. This is the definition of £100 million player. The definition. When you put out that money, this is the type of player you should be paying for. None of those Mudriks, the Enzos. I'm going to even throw Caicedo in there because he can't stay on the field. Declan Rice is a player you need when you're paying that money. A guarantee, an absolute guarantee of a player. When he's on the starting sheet, you're getting no less than a 7 performance out of him. No less. He's going to work his ass off. He's obviously adding some goals to his game, hits the corners. I mean, we're entering the world-class discussion. It seems like we're there this season. He has made some growth. Absolutely made some growth.
Look at the signings we've had in the last 5 to 6 years. Look at the current squad. Look at the valuations of these players and how much they've all increased. From all of them, the best signing is pretty clear. And that's very impressive.
I mean, I don't even know what more you can say about him. He's kind of the in and out. I want to say the one person you could put on the squad, other than David Raya, is Declan Rice. Like, I need him. When he got that injury, man, I remember you texted me that morning. He's hurt, and it's like immediately, it's like, oh no, don't say it. Say it is. He would be very hard to replace. I think earlier I said Big Gabby's probably our most important player. I think Declan Rice is that number 2. Hard to replace. It's hard to replace a player like Declan Rice, and I'd put them both in the world-class category.
People were panicking. Dude. To be honest with you, I had a little bit of panic too, but I was still trying to calm the nerves, trying to keep the energy positive going into that game. It was a big game. It was such a big game, and it was pretty clear when he wasn't on the pitch exactly what we were missing, and he even went ahead and upped that, because your first thought is, oh, they're really missing legs. They're missing legs in the middle. Mm-hmm. But then in this Bournemouth game, the 2 goals that he scored, I mean, come on, man. Where did that come from? I want to see a lot more of that, dude. If he can get into the box, like the top of the box like that, easily 10 goals for that guy.
Easy. And you know he's racking up assists because his corners are money, right? Absolute money. Shout out to him. One thing that we obviously didn't talk about because we weren't around, his right back performance. I mean, unbelievable. We were talking about Timber being the best right back in the league. I think we just saw the best right back in the world when Declan Rice played there. Unbelievable from this guy.
I think that was my favorite performance that he has had in an Arsenal shirt. I mean, it's hard to top that Real Madrid game, but based on performance alone, the way he was getting into those tackles, the way he was chatting shit, dude, where did that come from? Oh, I want to see a little bit more of that. But man, he has really stepped up. It's super exciting. I don't know anything about the knee injury. I think it's weird to say the guy's got a knee injury and then I see him play the next like 4 days after and he looks like that. He played the full 90, dude.
Full 90. I think he was mad when we let in that second goal. I think there was a reaction when he came for a long throw and he was shaking his head. It was right after that. I'm pretty sure he's pissed off because he was supposed to come off. But hey, when you're that good, you have to stay on because, you know, the horse thing, he is that guy. Last up of the day, KP. My goalkeeper, David Raya. Unreal. This dude is unreal, KP. The saves that he has to keep us in games, he's not asked to do a lot. But what he is asked to do, he does at the highest level possible. There's no gimmies against this team. There's absolutely no gimmies. I'm thinking the Brighton save. Unbelievable. That save against John McGinn, 90th minute, we're up 4-0. There are no gimmies. There are 0 gimmies against this squad. We're still conceding goals at a higher rate than usual. I think everybody knows that. But it's no fault to this dude. It's not like he's putting his a step wrong at all. Distribution, don't need to touch on it. We know what it is. But you have to give flowers where flowers are due. David fucking Raya. Here are your flowers.
You absolutely do, man. Look, we've played 20 games. We've conceded 14 goals. I want to say more than half of those goals have been during this period, these last like couple of months. And one, that's kind of a reminder that that Chelsea defensive record is actually insane.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's fucking crazy. What were they on? I mean, what were they on, bro? 15 goals after 38 games. That's crazy. But David freaking Raya, distributions have been great. What's so impressive about him, dude, yes, the games have been tight. You have those 1-goal margins, but the way he commands the box, the way he comes out and just snatches it. Big Gabby is an amazing defender. Saliba is an amazing defender. There is no doubt in my mind that they are so happy to have this guy behind them coming out and just cleaning up the box. No problem. At his highest point, no problem. And the saves that I'll be honest with you, I think he reminds me a lot of Casillas. I don't know how many other people are making that comparison, but when I'm watching him, the reflexes, they really, really remind me of Casillas. Small dude, cat goalkeeper, really good at handling the ball. And man, the double saves, Steven, that is literally, that is his signature. That McGinn save. He dove the other way. He got back up and saved McGinn's. Crazy, dude.
No gimmies. You know, we're talking about our fan base getting things wrong. When Aaron Ramsdale was in the squad and we bought David Raya, remember that there was just absolute meltdowns about that. And to say David Raya came in and was immediately like excelling, I don't think that was true. He had a couple moments you could say it's a different team, the way we play out of the back, blah, blah, blah. I think once he settled in halfway through that season, his first season, it's almost like a no-brainer. Like, yeah, Aaron Ramsdale's he's not cut out for this. He's just not cut out for it like this guy. It is levels. It is absolute levels. I mean, we can start talking. I hope he gets into that Spanish team. I really do. I know he's number 2. I think Unai Simon's their number 1. I think David Raya should get a shout on that.
Yeah, I really don't know the politics behind that. I really don't know. That plays a lot in the national team selections, to be honest with you. But I think that's a really good shout for him. He should have that. It's a World Cup year. I mean, realistically, this could be the 3rd season that he gets the Golden Glove, right?
It could be 3 in a row.
In the best league in the world, as they call it.
Yeah.
Sans officiating.
Yeah, it's not all because of the defense. A good portion of it, right? You could say we don't concede a lot of shots. But again, when we do concede shots, he's there, right? commanding the box, not getting shots off because he's claiming crosses, things like that. I wouldn't rather have anybody else in the goal right now, man.
Look, yeah, it goes back to some of the points we've made against Martinelli, honestly. It's that, like, how meaningful are the contributions? And David Raya's contributions are often very fucking meaningful. Like, he's there for the big moment. So I really appreciate it. I like the shout that you gave for the fan base getting some things wrong, the fan base always being quick. Like, Mikel doesn't know what he's doing. I think if you want to question the manager's tactics, if you want to question his substitutions, if you're tired of watching the horseshoe and you want the handbrake off, that's fair conversations. But if you're questioning the signings that we've been making, if you're questioning which player is playing over which player, why isn't the 18-year-old getting time, I think you got it twisted. I think you're playing for clicks, my guy.
I think that is completely fair. Track record. The track record shows we make good signings. There's obviously going to be a few busts in there. And I want to say maybe the thought with Gyökeres, like you're saying, he's supposed to be the guy and that didn't happen. Is he a bad player? I don't think he's a bad player. He's just not what we expected. But the track record is there. How many good signings have we made? Players that we've moved on from, not held on for. I think a problem with Arsenal in the past is holding on to players for too long. We just hold on for them. Good memories. We like them, so we just hold on to them. Like, sorry, if your time is up, your time is up. It's time to go. It's time to go.
You know it. All right, man. Should we? I mean, that was pretty good. We're almost an hour on the beat. Should we do some like honorable mentions real quick? Any players that have been stepping up or down?
You know what my first honorable mention is going to be? The referees. Shout out to the referees for the Villa game. Didn't give a second yellow to Marino. I can't believe it. Love it. And give a shout out to the referees for the Bournemouth game. Blew the whistle on the dot. He said 6 minutes. 6 minutes. I see 6 minutes, 0 seconds. Blew his whistle. Respect to the referee. Obviously, there's some crazy moments in both of those games. Like, against us, obviously for us. Referees are in shambles, but I'll give credit where credit's due because, like, that yellow card. We're 2-0 up in the Villa game when Marino does that. Does that affect the outcome? Who knows? Villa's kind of scary like that. But shout out to the referees, man.
Yeah, look, let's keep ourselves honest a little bit. I like that, dude. I like that because there's often conversations where they say, like, when you're top of the league, some of the calls are a little bit different for you. When you're at home, some of the calls are a little different for you. We don't usually get the home field calls, dude. But Marino, I think the Marino one was a home field call.
Yeah, that's fair.
So put respect where it is. And also, they're ending some of the other games really fast. I don't know if you saw. I think Man City were playing Sunderland. Amazing game, by the way. Ended 0-0 somehow. But even that game, they were like 4 minutes. 4 minutes is up. You're done. Game over.
The extra time thing has been crazy this year. The first half versus Villa, ball can't stay on the field. They're going down. Obviously, Emmy's time wasting. They gave us like +3. It's like, commercials are coming. So classic capitalism. We got to end this half. And then end of the game, it's like +8. Nobody's really time wasted. I mean, I guess you could say we were, but it's a 4-0 game. What are we doing adding 8 minutes? But whatever. The Bournemouth game, I really like that from the referee. I think he was mad at Bournemouth. That dude that threw his head into Gabby's elbow, trying to run through him. Yeah. I think he was like, I'm sick of you guys. I'm absolutely sick.
Yeah. And look, I guess before we totally wrap it up, Bournemouth, I got to give them credit, man. That's a pretty good team. I know they're saying like no wins in 10, stuff like that, but they look like a good team to me. And they don't need to win a whole lot of games to stay up. So as long as they're targeting the like 15 spot, let them have fun.
I thought Bournemouth looked good. I'm surprised. I'm a big fan of Iriola. I'm surprised. So it's 11 results now. They don't have a win. They're not like that. I think they're a good team. They obviously will stay up. So Bournemouth is always a good opponent for the Arsenal. Do you have any honorable mentions that you want to hit on?
My big honorable mention, I think, is Martin Zubimendi. I think he has really shown out over the last few weeks. I've kind of mentioned this a couple of times that, him and Declan Rice together, it's a good pairing, but sometimes they're just a little too similar for me. And only seeing one of them, it's kind of interesting to only see one of them at 6. And he's really shown out. I mean, the goal he scored against Villa, that was such a classy finish, dude.
I know we didn't talk about him. What I would say about Zubimendi is he's like the epitome of like real G's move in silence, lasagna. Like he just goes out there, does his shift, and that's it. Like it's not super flashy. It's not this big whoop-de-doo, but he is showing out. I think he is definitely on the up.
What I love about him is that he is so camera shy. If you watch him, whenever he notices the camera on him, he just smiles. He's just smiling. He's so shy, dude. But when he scored against Villa, the celebration stood out to me. The way he jumped up, pumped the pump, the point to the badge, like that looked like someone who's very happy to be here. And that's exciting, right? Because I know how important it was for him kind of leaving his home country, his hometown. And it seems like he's settling in very nicely, which is super exciting.
That's why you leave that league to join one of the best teams in the world to fight for a title. He's in a title race now. I don't think this is a place he's been before. So yeah, I think the celebration is definitely something to hit on because it had some vigor in it. He's up for it.
Yeah, and I guess my honorable mention for who's down, we've kind of talked about it a couple of times so far. Like, this player cannot get any time. I'm not sure what's going on, but number 10. And you know how I feel about seeing number 10 on the bench, dude. The listeners know. Going back to the Emile Smith-Rowe days, I do not want to see the number 10 shirt on the bench, but dude can't get in right now.
He can't get in. I wonder if there's a revival coming, man. There has to be. I just assume that there's going to be a revival from him. Gave up the goal. Obviously, people put him at fault for that goal against Villa and the 2-1 loss. If he can get his defensive work rate higher, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't start. Right? I think that's a Trossard thing. Like, he was not... It was at the beginning when he was playing with us, maybe his defensive work rate wasn't the best. He's now working very, very hard defensively. We need him to start. I think if Eze can get that, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be on the field.
Yeah, the thing about Eze that I'm not sure how much it's talked about, and like it kind of goes back to like how much did you watch him at Crystal Palace? I mostly just watched him against Arsenal, right? But I do believe that when he played at Crystal Palace, he would have injuries every season. I think he's a bit of an injury-prone player. So I do get the sense that he's kind of being managed like Calafiori sometimes, that like this player is so powerful and flashy that like can't really risk the injuries for him, and he's a little bit injury prone himself, and everyone else is firing. So putting him in, how much value is it really adding? Am I exposing him too much? So I wonder how much that's going into the thinking, because I think Mikel recently made a point about this too in one of his interviews when they were asking him about Eze, and he was saying, well, this is the most amount of games he's played already this season compared to some of his prior seasons. So there is something that maybe we're not looking at on the surface.
I like that. That's a good shout. That's something obviously I'm not aware of, because you're right. I didn't watch Crystal Palace like that, right? I didn't watch Crystal Palace like that, except if they're playing the Arsenal. I'm definitely watching, and I like the way this dude looks. There's a place for him. There's a place for him in the squad, 100%. I hope he does end up getting some minutes. There are probably certain games that will suit him great. I still would love to see him sometime on the left wing. I think there's a place there for him. A Trossard as a swap to me is a dream for me. Personally, I think that would be excellent. But yeah, Eze obviously on the down. He could be coming back up.
Just one more thing about Eze is that I wonder, like, is he a better cup player than a league player?
You know, I would say he's a moments player. I think I've said that before. He's like a moments player. You need the moments in the cup, man.
Yeah.
Someone to actually get that output. That's probably a good shout.
Yeah, that's all. I just wanted to kind of get that on the pod real quick.
Shoot, we were about an hour on this beat. Do a quick vibe check. How are we feeling? I don't even think we need to hit the one to watch, because one to watch can't really get on the field for us. Madueke, when he plays, he shines. When he doesn't play at all. And then Ben White, he's still on his injury tour. So If you're around here, one to watch, we each pick a player. Doesn't our one to watch this year's haven't been shining.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was nice to see Benny Blanco be back very quickly from the injury. At first, I thought that was going to be a pretty long-term injury. I've seen him back much quicker than I anticipated. And some of the Timber conversations, let's see how Benny Blanco gets managed this time around. Last time around, not so great. This time around, let's watch it. Let's see what happens with it. And Madueke does shine when he plays, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He looks good. I like the player, man. Going back to the fans, dude. The fans just be getting it wrong, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
It felt like yesterday, so he starts on the right wing. Martinelli starts on the left. It's the classic. Madueke maybe doesn't have as great as of a defensive work rate, right? But he's excellent going forward, whereas Martinelli is the defensive left winger. Like, that's how it felt to me, was we can start Madueke because we're going to have Martinelli on the left and he can help out. But when this dude's on the ball, stuff happens. Stuff happens when he's on the ball. He had the assist. He probably should have scored. There was a moment when he's dribbling from left to right across the box. He had a couple fake shots, had a good opening, and then he skied it. I think everybody knows it's his last moment that's an issue. It's that last moment. If he can get that on frame, bro, I think we have a real big time player.
I agree with you. And look, vibes overall, I think vibes are pretty high today. Recording today, vibes are pretty high because it's 3 games in a row now that we've scored more than 1 goal. I'll take it. If we're averaging 2 goals a game, I'll take it. I like those odds, man. The only thing that sours my vibe a little bit is even this Bournemouth game. Like, how did we end up with 10 minutes to go and feeling like, could we drop points here? Could we tie the game? I don't know how we end up in those situations, Steven. That's the one thing. These late goals from other teams, that hasn't really gone away.
Shout out to the dude that hit that. His name Krupi. I mean, what a worldie. An absolute worldie of a hit. That ball was knuckling. Again, David Raya diving for it. That ball, the way it was drifting in the air, incredible. 3-2. For me, it was a masterclass yesterday. We went out in the first half. We just kind of did our thing. Like, we're just playing the game. It's away, making sure we're keeping Bournemouth at bay. We hit them. We get 2 goals in the second half. Really earned it. We're sitting watching this and it's like, subs. We just need subs to like really change the game. We got the 2 goals like before real subs came on. I think for the second one you can say Saka, but we didn't have this like real change in the team. Got our 2 goals, 3-1. I'm thinking we're gonna rest on our laurels, and then 5 minutes later they came back and scored on us. Why? I don't know why this keeps happening to us. I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of that. I hate to be watching the game for 15 minutes, clenched, like scared it's happening to us again.
Yeah.
But this was the best ending of one of these types of games I've seen in a long time. You got to hit on this. We actually gave them something to think about. And I'm talking about Bournemouth. We actually weren't packed in and just letting them come at us. We got forward against them at the very end of the game. Jesus was getting forward. Saka was getting forward. We didn't just sit back and let them attack us. We actually did get forward a little bit. Give them something to think about. So maybe Mikel did make some changes there.
Yeah, and look, we're going for a title, man. The one point that I've made from the summer is I want us to stay first the whole time. I don't want to see us become second and then have to chase. Stay in front, put the foot down on the gas, and just keep going. And these last few weeks, Manchester City has played before us. There's something to that as a fan when you're watching it and you see that gap just shrink. You know there's still like points for you to get, but you're watching the gap. And now that the gap is a little bigger again, I like it, dude. I like it a lot. And I think over the next few weeks here, a lot of them we are playing before Manchester City. So that's also nice, dude. That's the narrative. Some of these broader implications, we just kind of overlook them. But they are happening. They're happening in our favor. Even the close games, we're getting the points, right? When you're watching it, you get a little nervous and you think this 3 points could be 1 point. And what was our biggest issue last season? We had too many 1-point games. We had like 13 draws last season.
Yeah, we're getting the points. I mean, I think we have 15 more points this season than last season with equivalent fixtures.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot, right? We're turning those draws into wins. So, 7-game win streak. Our center backs are back. For me, that's the biggest thing. We lost Saliba and Big Abby. We lost them both for a portion when there was games coming thick and fast, as they say. And we kind of got out of it. Again, 7 wins, 1 loss in December. We got out of it. Didn't look good. Didn't look good at all. But if that's our low point in the season, like looking back, like, oof, we struggled in December. It's like, did we actually struggle? We came out with the points. That's all that matters. It's like I'm thinking of Liverpool at the beginning of the season. Remember when they're getting away with it? Like the 95th minute goals? It doesn't feel the same. It's not the same. It's not like we're getting away with it. It's like we're just on the edge and we're doing just enough to get the win. We're not last second. These aren't last second winners for us. We're getting last second goals against us. So it's almost the flip. I think we could do it. Like, I think we can keep up the progress. I don't care about Man City. I think we just keep looking at the games ahead of us. Starting Thursday at home versus Liverpool, a big one. I mean, let's see what happens, man.
Yeah, should we have a little preview chat about it?
Ooh, let me know. What do you think? Are we popping champagne?
Oh, man, it's at home, isn't it? Listeners know, if it's at home and we get a 4-0 job at home, the champagne is coming out. I really thought against Villa they were going to make me go buy champagne, dude. And this one, ooh, I want this one, Steven. Ooh, I want a spanking for this one, Steven.
I do too. I want to put one on that bald man's head. I gotta say, I want to put one right on his head.
I've seen their fans online saying like, "No, we can't really roll up like this to the Everett's, man." Their own fans are feeling the heat. The manager still is clueless, dude. They couldn't score a goal against Leeds at home.
Tough.
I honestly don't know how they're sitting in 4th place. Like, what's everyone else doing? How many times do we have to have that conversation? You guys, look at the Chelseas of the world. They're playing Man City later after we're done recording. So we don't know what's going to happen. But I'm hoping they pull out some magic. No manager, so just go out there and play. Not so different than your usual games as a Chelsea player. So pretty exciting. I think Liverpool, not in the best form coming into this game. It looks like they've had a tie, 3 wins in a row, and then another tie. So not the worst form, but defensively, I don't think they're that great. Midfield, I feel better about our midfield. Going forward, they just have Ekitike. That's it.
You're not putting anything on Wirtz? You say he's not the dude?
Did he score while we were away?
I think he did.
He might have finally done something, dude.
I think he got a goal and he's got an assist. He's a true $100 million player now, I think.
Well, let me tell you what the computers are saying. The computers are saying 58% chance of a win for Arsenal, 18% chance of a win for Liverpool, and then I guess there's another 20 in there for a tie. So
okay.
The odds makers seem to be pretty clear as to where you should put your money.
This is a footballing pod. This is me being realistic here. I'm an Arsenal fan. I hope we win this game. To be honest, I think we draw. That's just what I'm going to say. And why I'm saying that is because, you know me, I say the proof is in the pudding. Have we beat this Liverpool team? We can't get the job done. We can't seem to get the job done. So if I was a betting man, I'd bet on the draw. That's just how I feel about it. Do we have the facilities to beat this team? Oh, absolutely we do. Guess who's not going to be there? Mo Salah, who is a thorn in our side, who loves turning up against the Arsenal. He won't be there. I'm saying if Martinelli doesn't start, because Konate loves playing Martinelli. He loves it. He eats him up. Give me Trossard. Didn't start yesterday. I think Trossard is starting. Saka didn't start yesterday. Obviously, he's starting. Maybe, KP, just maybe this one will be different. But again, We haven't got the job done against these dudes.
We haven't. It'll be interesting to see if Calafiori will be back for the game. That's the only one in the back line that I would be curious to see if he gets time over the others. If not, I think, yeah, you absolutely keep the team the same way that it was, and you bring your starting line in. I do think 14 will start, although my heart is saying we're playing some games with Kai Havertz, and man, if I see him on the starting sheet, ooh, I would be so happy, Steven. That's a 4-0 job. Let me tell you that. Draws out the window.
You guys better be ready. If Kai Havertz is on the starting sheet, Blue Sky is going to be rocking. It's going to be rocking and rolling.
I think now is the time to subscribe, dude. Kai Havertz is back. Everybody knows how I feel about Kai Havertz, man. We're going all the way. Absolutely we are. And goals are coming. Ooh, goals are coming. And the football is coming, dude. The beautiful football is coming. You've been waiting for it all season. All season. Who's going to connect the dots? Who's going to use both his feet? A couple of times, Victor Jokers, I got to be honest with you, man. If he had just used his left foot, he could have kept the ball in. But he's always the outside of the right foot. Always outside of the right foot. I don't like watching that. I'll tell you that right now. I don't like watching that.
Hey, we've been pretty hot on our predictions, especially if you've been on with us on Blue Sky. I think our predictions are hot right now. Give me a score. Give me a score for this game.
Well, you know about the 4-0. I do think we'll concede. I'm going to say 3-1.
3-1. Okay. I'm not going to go back on my draw. I'll go 2-2.
Yeah, there's no goals.
I can see, it's just like my heart saying the 2-2. If we can get over this hump, bro, that'd be so nice. I would love to be able to beat this team.
You know what's been interesting about this season so far is we've talked about not having early goals. In the first half, we don't score a lot of early goals. But we have been scoring a lot of early goals in the second halves. I don't know if someone's got the stats behind it. I'm just going based off of feeling. But I think a lot of these games, we come out in the second half and we're scoring before the 55th minute. So that is making a big difference. For this game in particular, with where Liverpool are, I think it's so important to score in that first 15 minutes. We get a goal in that first 15 minutes. I can see their heads dropping, dude. I can see 2 more goals in the first half alone if we score early.
I love that shout. It's always early goals with this team, right? It's always early goals. I do think there's something to say with coming out in the second half. Shout out to Mikel Arteta. I think there has been some tactical changes, a la the Villa game. Something changed. They were cutting through us in the first half. I think it was more of like shoring down the middle of the field, basically having our midfield tight, because it seemed like we were starting to press and win balls on them. So Mikel's doing stuff. I love to see it. Let's say the top six teams. We've only played Villa twice, and we won 1 game. The only other team in the top 6 that we've beaten is Man United. The rest of them we've had all either draw or loss. That to me is an issue. That's this Liverpool team. We have to start winning some of these games. We have to win a couple of them, right? We got one against Villa. Good. Give me a couple more wins here, especially coming. We're playing Chelsea at home. Now we have Man U at home again. We have Liverpool at home. Gotta get a dub here. Gotta get a dub.
Yeah, they are home games too. Would love to see the W's. And I guess the one thing about the vibes being high right now, Steven, is that the banter isn't sticking. It doesn't matter. Set piece FC doesn't matter, dude. Own goal FC doesn't matter, dude. Cry more. Cry more.
We really don't care. We don't care.
We don't. But we appreciate everyone who engages with the content. We appreciate everyone who listens to the podcast. We wish you a really, really good week. Enjoy the game on Thursday. And we will try our best to get behind a mic after it.
Enjoy your 2026. I hope it's on the ups. Be easy.